Hello, Immortal News family, and welcome back to our channel. In the last 24 hours, we have received the somber news of the passing of extraordinary talents, and today's episode is dedicated to honoring their memory. Before we start, we kindly ask for your support. If this video or the legacies of these remarkable individuals have touched your life, please consider giving this video a thumbs up as a sign of respect and remembrance. Thank you. Number 7. Political satire became obsolete when Henry Kissinger was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize. Tom Lehrer once quipped, capturing his sharp wit in a single sentence. Lehrer, the incomparable musical satirist and mathematician, passed away peacefully at 97. Known for skewering everything from nuclear war to grammar rules with clever lyrics and flawless piano, Tom Lehrer carved out a legacy that blended intellect with laughter. Though he stepped out of the spotlight decades ago, his songs keep finding new audiences, challenging minds, tickling funny bones, and daring people to think just a little differently. Lehrer first gained attention in the 1950s with songs like Poisoning Pigeons in the Park, delivered with a grin and a poignant sense of irony. His albums, immediate classics, tackled subjects as diverse as chemistry, civil rights, and education. Many remember his iconic The Elements, which listed all known chemical elements to a Gilbert and Sullivan tune, showing science could be hilarious. Even as mainstream radio avoided his more controversial topics, he became a cult figure on college campuses. His biting humor struck a chord with students, thinkers, and outsiders who admired the clarity with which he lampooned power and pretension. But Lehrer was never interested in celebrity. After just 2 decades performing, he quietly returned to teaching mathematics and musical theater history at Harvard, MIT, and UC Santa Cruz. His students recall him not only as brilliant but deeply kind, with a humility that matched his sharp intellect. In 2022, in a final gesture reflecting his generosity, Lehrer made all his work available in the public domain. This allowed fans, old and new, to freely share, remix, and study the songs that once stopped dinner parties in their tracks. "Tom made us laugh about things we were afraid to even talk about," said a longtime colleague. But more importantly, he made us feel smarter for laughing. Lehrer passed away gently, after a long and full life surrounded by music, mathematics, and quiet reflection. He never sought the spotlight, but the world keeps turning back to his work with deep gratitude. He leaves behind no immediate family, but generations of admirers who call his music part of their education. Tributes to Tom Lehrer. Number 6. It wasn't just about placing a song, it was about telling the story, Oliver Stone once said of Bud Carr. That single line captures a lifetime of artistic devotion. Bud Carr, the beloved music supervisor who shaped the sound of countless films, passed away peacefully at the age of 76. His passing followed a brief illness. His absence leaves a silence across the film and music industries, but his work continues to play on. For over 50 years, Bud made magic behind the scenes. He started as a music agent, guiding legends like James Taylor and Eric Clapton. Then he found his true calling, pairing sound with story on screen. His breakthrough came with The Terminator, a film that launched a new chapter in his career. But it was his collaboration with director Oliver Stone that truly defined his legacy. From Platoon and Wall Street to The Doors and Natural Born Killers, Bud's fingerprints were on more than the soundtrack. They were part of the soul of those films. Over his career, he supervised music for over 90 films. He worked with acclaimed directors like Michael Mann and Norman Jewison. On television, he brought his touch to series like Californication and documentaries like The Untold History of the United States. More than credits on a screen, Bud's impact came through his passion, collaboration, and generosity. Colleagues knew him as thoughtful, brilliant, and always open to new voices. He mentored young music supervisors and always made time for what mattered. both in the studio and in life. In Santa Barbara, he gave back through community work and fundraising efforts. He cared deeply for first responders and local causes. Tributes have poured in. Oliver Stone shared, "Bud had a gift for bringing stories to life through music. He was a true partner and a dear friend." Bud Carr is survived by his loving wife, 2 children, and grandchildren. He leaves behind not only a remarkable career, but generations inspired by his artistry. His legacy is still playing, in the scenes we remember, in the songs we hum, and in every project shaped by the standard he set. Tributes to Bud Carr. Number 5. In everything Marlene did, she lit a fire, on screen, on stage, and in everyone's heart she touched. Those were the words of a former castmate remembering Marlene Warfield, the trailblazing actress who passed away at the age of 83. Marlene's performances weren't just entertainment. They were a statement. She brought strength, depth, and unapologetic honesty to every role. From Clara in The Great White Hope to Lorene Hobbs in Network, she embodied women who demanded to be heard and remembered. Born and raised in Queens, New York, Marlene's talent and passion led her from the High School of Performing Arts to stages and screens that needed voices like hers. Her breakout on Broadway, opposite James Earl Jones, earned her major theater awards and reshaped audiences' expectations. She repeated her performance in the acclaimed film version of The Great White Hope, continuing to challenge racial boundaries in Hollywood. Later, her bold portrayal in Network left a lasting mark, showing the power of radical voices in a media-sensationalized world. On television, viewers came to know her as Victoria Butterfield in the sitcom Maude. As always, Marlene brought more than just humor. She brought purpose. Her characters were never one-dimensional. Neither was she. Over her decades-long career, she remained dedicated to telling stories that mattered, often mentoring younger artists along the way. Off-camera, Marlene was known for her warmth, loyalty, and generosity. She uplifted others both quietly and boldly. After a battle with lung cancer, Marlene passed away peacefully at a hospital in Los Angeles. Her family stood by her side. She was preceded in death by her husband William and her brother Earl, and is survived by her sister Chiquita, her son Keith, her grandson Demetrius, and her cousin Vivian. Following the announcement of her passing, artists and fans across generations shared memories and gratitude for the doors Marlene opened and the courage she shared. Her work endures in every line she delivered and every performer she inspired. She made space where there was none, and for that, the stage is forever better. Tributes to Marlene Warfield. Number 4. Lebanon without Zead. The melody is sad, the words are broken, and the black curtain falls on an Immortal Rabbani chapter. These words from Lebanese Parliament Speaker Nabi Berri echo the heartbreak of a nation mourning one of its brightest cultural voices. Zead Rabbani passed away at the age of 69 after a brief illness. His loss marks the closing of a monumental chapter in Lebanon's artistic and social history. Born into artistic royalty, his early life was surrounded by music and ideas. At just 17, he composed Saluni El Nas for his mother Fairuz. The song, created during his father's illness, launched a remarkable career that never retreated from bold expression. For more than 5 decades, Zead shaped the soundtrack of Lebanon not just through melodies, but through meaning. He expertly blended Arabic music with jazz and funk, calling it Oriental jazz, a rhythm that carried both the pain and resilience of his homeland. During the Lebanese Civil War, while others fled from confrontation, Zead took to the stage. His plays delivered searing political satire with humor and heart. Works like Sahriye and Bihal Shakel spoke directly to everyday people, giving them laughter, truth, and a voice. Beyond the stage and studio, he stood as a symbol of fearless creativity. He tackled injustice with wit, highlighted the struggles of ordinary people, and bridged divides between faiths, classes, and ideologies. His music was resistance. His theater was healing. Those who knew him remember a man who was fiercely honest, endlessly curious, and deeply compassionate. He mentored new talents and used his platform to uplift those too often ignored. Zead's work wasn't just admired, it was lived. Through sorrow and celebration, people turned to his songs and scripts. He helped Lebanon laugh in pain, dream in darkness, and hope in disarray. He is survived by his beloved mother, Fairuz, with whom he shared a powerful bond both familial and artistic. His passing leaves a space that cannot be filled, but his voice remains, in music, in memory, and in the hearts of generations shaped by his art. Tributes to Zead Rabbani. Number 3. Lumba's music is the heartbeat of the nation. His influence will echo for generations. Charles Kwadwo Fosu, lovingly known as Daddy Lumba, passed away at the age of 60. He left behind a legacy as one of the most cherished voices in Ghanaian music. His songs told our stories, lifted our spirits, and gave voice to our joys and pains. Rising from a humble background in the Ashanti region, Daddy Lumba found his calling young. He led his school choir and formed the Lumba Brothers, laying the foundation for a future he would reshape. From the first album, Yereye Aka Akwantua Mu, to timeless hits like Abenwoha, Yentie Obia, and Teresa, he gave Ghana over 30 albums filled with melody, wisdom, and soul. His work spanned romance, reflection, and social themes, each track true to the highlife sound but fresh in voice and heart. Daddy Lumba wasn't just a singer. He was a creator, producer, and visionary who ran his own studio and controlled every note he shared with the world. His songs became national anthems and his style, a template for future generations. He guided artists like Ofori Amponsa and inspired many others including Sarkodie and Kwame Eugene. Through music he connected generations, giving each one a rhythm to dance to and a message to remember. Despite rising to immense fame, he remained connected to his roots. Known for his work ethic, magnetic charisma, and acts of kindness, Lumba was more than a performer. He was a mentor, a giver, and a cultural ambassador. He quietly battled illness before his passing on July 26, 2025. Ghana lost a legend, but his music speaks loud in every corner of the world where high life plays and memories dance. As fellow musician Kwabena said, "You didn't just hear Lumba's songs, you lived them." He is survived by his children and family, who have asked for privacy. The road may now be quiet, but his voice will never fade. His songs will echo anywhere there is love, longing, and life. Tributes to Daddy Lumba. Number 2. Passion and legend. He instilled in all of Tamia's workforce what it meant to have a passion for creating rewarding hobby kit experiences. These words capture the heart of Shunaku Tamia, the visionary behind Tamia Corporation, who shaped the world of model making for generations. At 90, Mr. Tamiya passed away peacefully, leaving a legacy that spans decades, continents, and countless imaginations. He led with quiet confidence and a love for childhood wonder. Whether walking the factory floor or watching children explore the kids-only day at the Shizuoka Hobby Show, his eyes lit up with joy. Every product that bore the Tamiya name reflected his high standards, carefully crafted, thoughtfully designed, and built to inspire. From his early days, he was never just maintaining tradition, he was rewriting it. When he became president in the late 70s, he brought fresh energy to the family business. Under his leadership, model kits and radio-controlled cars weren't just toys, they were tools for learning, bonding, and creative thinking. He introduced the world to accessible yet sophisticated hobby products. His insistence on quality birthed the now famous phrase, Tamiya quality, a benchmark beloved across cultures. Whether it was a budding child building their first model or a professional recreating historic scenes, Shunsaku Tamiya made sure they had the best tools in their hands. Beyond the company, he also served roles supporting education and the modeling industry. He received numerous honors recognizing his influence, both for excellence in business and for nurturing imagination. Though his name may be printed on countless product boxes, it's his spirit that lives on. Fans remember the steady leadership, the personal touches, and the unwavering commitment to joy through craft. The driving force behind the legendary Japanese model kit brand, one tribute noted, highlighting the depth of admiration he inspired. Shunsaku Tamiya passed away from natural causes, surrounded by his close family, who chose to honor his wish for a private farewell. His legacy continues every time a hobbyist opens a Tamiya box and begins a new journey of creation and wonder. Tributes to Shunsaku Tamiya. What's trending on the internet? News 1. What a joyful day for music fans and families alike. Renowned DJ Steve Aoki and his wife Sasha have just welcomed their very first child, a baby boy named Rocky 77. The happy couple shared the precious news on July 25th, which makes this moment even more special since it's also their first wedding anniversary. At 47 years old, Steve has captivated audiences worldwide with his energetic beats, but he says his most exciting role yet is becoming a father. Sasha, age 27, joined in the celebration, calling their new arrival an amazing first chapter of life, as their little boy picked his own perfect timing to make his debut. Friends, fans, and fellow stars have sent in congratulations, all delighted by the name Rocky 77, which is already turning heads and bringing smiles across the internet. The birth announcement featured Rocky 77's tiny feet and a wave of real love from the Aoki family to their global community. As Steve and Sasha begin life's newest adventure together, this heartwarming news reminds us all of the joy and hope children bring to the world. Congratulations to the Aokis. May little Rocky 77's arrival be celebrated with love, music, and happiness for years to come. News 2. If you've ever wondered just how skilled and dedicated our airline crews are, here's some true peace of mind. On Friday, shortly after takeoff from Hollywood Burbank Airport in Los Angeles, Southwest Airlines Flight 1496 gave its passengers an unexpected thrill. The plane, bound for bustling Las Vegas, suddenly dipped 475 feet just 6 minutes into the flight. This quick maneuver, performed by the pilots, was in response to an alert from their collision avoidance system, helping them steer clear of a nearby aircraft and keeping everyone safe. Though the experience felt dramatic, a real heart-stopper for those on board, Southwest's well-trained crew reacted with calm professionalism. Thankfully, the plane continued on to Las Vegas and landed safely. 2 flight attendants did sustain minor injuries, and we wish them both a swift and full recovery. It's a powerful reminder of the care and expertise airline teams bring to their work every single day. Tonight, let's remember to appreciate the unsung heroes of our skies, dedicated pilots, attentive flight attendants, and the entire team behind each safe journey. Their vigilance and training keep us all moving safely from place to place, often without a headline or fuss. News 3. If you caught Adam Sandler's brand new movie Happy Gilmore 2 on Netflix, you might have noticed a touching moment that's brought viewers to tears. Adam, now 58, made a heartfelt tribute to the late Cameron Boyce, who many remember as his on-screen son in the Grown Ups films. Cameron, who passed away in 2019 at just 20 years old due to a medical condition, left a lasting mark on so many hearts. In one scene, as fans pointed out, Adam included a gentle nod to Cameron by showing a brief clip of him on a TV in the background, a subtle but powerful reminder of their special bond. Social media has been flooded with messages celebrating this loving gesture, with many saying it melted their hearts. Adam has always spoken warmly about Cameron, describing him as too sweet, too funny, just the nicest, most talented, and most decent kid around. While nothing can make up for such a heartbreaking loss, moments like these are a beautiful way to cherish the joy Cameron brought to his friends, family, and millions of fans. As the credits roll, it's clear that even though Cameron left us far too soon, his generous spirit and unforgettable smile will live on forever. News 4. What a journey Hulk Hogan gave us. Today we remember the wrestling legend, whose real name was Terry Bollea, who has passed away at age 71. For decades, Hogan's larger-than-life personality, signature red and yellow colors, and those famous words, "Say your prayers and eat your vitamins," captivated generations of fans across America and around the world. From body-slamming Andre the Giant in front of over 93,000 roaring fans at WrestleMania 3, to starring in movies and becoming an icon of 1980s pop culture, Hogan's impact is simply unforgettable. He became a hero to millions of Hulkamaniacs, not just for his strength in the ring, but for the heart and hope he inspired outside it. As we reflect on his incredible legacy, let's celebrate the way he brought families together, created lifelong memories, and encouraged us all to believe in ourselves. Today Hulk Hogan may have left us, but Hulkamania will truly live forever. News 5. What a touching reminder of the importance of family. Just days after the losses of legendary icons Ozzy Osbourne and Hulk Hogan, 34-year-old Marcus Jordan, son of basketball legend Michael Jordan, shared a heartfelt message reflecting on life's fragility. Marcus admitted that these losses hit him hard, almost derailing his path to sobriety, but ultimately inspired him to reach out and reconnect with his father and the rest of his family after a period of distance. Through a candid social media post, Marcus reminded us all that life is short, and it's important to spend time with the people you love. The Jordans, once again, show the grace of healing, even after tough times. As Marcus focuses on his well-being and makes efforts to rebuild those family bonds, his story serves as a gentle, powerful reminder. Cherish each moment, hold your loved ones close, and honor the memories of those who've shaped us by forging even stronger connections in our own lives. Number 1. He never played a role without heart, said director Tomasz Magnusek. Jiri lived every moment he brought to the screen. That heart, so visible in every performance, beat steadily through more than 60 years of laughter, drama, and connection. Jiri Krampaul, beloved by generations, passed away peacefully at the age of 87. he leaves behind a legacy that echoes in every Czech living room, theater, and childhood memory. Raised in Prague's Žižkov district, Jiri drew from everyday life and his working-class roots. Those early experiences shaped a career that made people laugh, think, and feel. After studying at Damu, he took the stage in Prague's famous theaters, from the balustrade to semaphore. He lent his unforgettable voice to French greats, becoming the Czech Jean-Paul Belmondo, and the voice behind Louis de Funès. Through more than 150 screen roles and countless comedic sketches with Miloslav Šimek and Ludik Sobota, Krampaul entertained with quick wit and sincerity. Audiences loved his charm, colleagues trusted his instincts, and fans felt his warmth. Beyond acting, he hosted television shows, wrote autobiographies, and even painted. Always creative, always sincere. Resilient through personal loss and later health challenges, Jiri never stepped too far from the spotlight. His partnership with his late wife Hanna was a source of strength. Even late in life, he brought joy to the public, valuing those connections deeply. I was lucky to work with someone like Jiri, musician Felix Slovacek shared. His laughter filled the room, and so did his silence. The Czech cultural world mourns deeply, but it also celebrates. The voice, the presence, the man who made so many smile. His influence is lasting. Jiri Krampaul gave us characters that became part of our lives. He made words matter, on screen and in spirit. Those who knew him, worked with him, or simply laughed at his jokes remember someone who loved what he did, and shared that love freely. As tributes flood in, one thing is clear. Jiri Krampaul will always be with us, in voices, in stories, in hearts. Tributes to Jiri Krampaul. Some people are just born of the bayou. Junior Edwards didn't just live in the swamp. He was part of it. With grit in his soul and wisdom in his eyes,